everyone, it's NonnaGrace, and I'm from Western New York, and I just washed my hair, so it's really, really wet and packed to my head. But I thought I would come in here and do a little video because we're going camping today, and I know that I wouldn't be doing one tonight because we would be at the campground. I had a rough night last night, so those of you that really have not had the shot, I suggest you get the shot. It's not fun having pain in your head and pain on your forehead and pain on wherever your pain is. The head is hard. I have to lay on my right side all the time, or yeah, that's my right side all the time because my left side is so sensitive to touch. And you do get tired of laying that way. Well, I should take my sweater off. I forgot I had it on. I have it on most of the time because it's usually I'm pretty cold. Someone mentioned my thyroid. I can't remember who exactly mentioned it. But I had my thyroid tested and it was okay. But I often wondered if it was off too because I'm cold most of the time. The only time I'm warm is when I'm laying in bed and when I'm all covered up. I'm never cold there. In fact, Jim turned the heat up yesterday because it was getting kind of chilly in here. To me, he was fine, but I was cold, so he turned the heat up, and then I told him he could turn it back down when I went to bed because it feels warm enough in the bed. I went to bed probably 5:30 last night because my head was hurting so bad. It's not fun. I probably look like I'm okay, but I'm not okay. The sores are all healed. Well, pretty much healed. They're red, but they're healed over. So as soon as the sores are gone, the pain that is there, and they call it something, I forgot what they call it, but it's like a neuropathy where you have constant pain. And people that had neuropathy in their feet, I can understand it's very painful. So when they stand up to walk, it would be awful. I just by being up and around, I have actual pain. I don't like talking about pain, but it's the kind that you want to scream and you want to cry, but you don't cry and you don't scream. I haven't cried in a long time, but I do go a lot, and I know it's irritating to hear if someone is in agony. Jim packed the camper for me last night. He put a lot of stuff in there, a lot of stuff that I never put in there, which I was surprised, and he left me a list of the things that he put in, and this morning I put a few more things in that he didn't think of. I called Emily to tell her that she has to gather the eggs today and tomorrow, and then Sunday I'll be back to gather them myself. And I told her that little lady is sitting on 4 eggs and to make sure she stays on her 4 eggs. And I have the one hen still in timeout, and I was supposed to let her out tonight, but I think I'm going to leave her at least until we get back because I would not want her to go broody again. She's not very nice. She's the one that bites you when you try to take the eggs out from underneath her. They've had their scratch already today. I can see the hens out here, out this window. You might be able to hear the rooster crow. That's Fred. He crows a lot more than Mr. Mr. crows some, but Fred crows all the time. And Fred is out and about usually. They like it better now that the fence is different. He seems to spend more time with the girls, but he does come on the outside of the fence too. And I have one brown one that likes to follow him outside the fence. She's probably not one of the mean ones. I'm not sure. I know I've got the mean one locked up right now. there's a bird up on the roof of the house. I can see it. And I told Jim that there's starlings flying in and out of the little chicken door. And he said that they probably have a nest up in the rafters in the chicken house, which they probably do. I'm going to have him check the food before we go, because they go through a bucket of food a week, and it's probably time to add a food to the container, and he'll check the water to make sure that they have enough water. He said that he was going to try to come home early today so that we can go to the campground. It's supposed to be good Friday and Saturday, and Sunday it's supposed to rain, but we're coming home Sunday, so we should be fine. Every night when I go to bed, I say a lot of prayers. I say the Hail Mary all the time, trying to, hopefully God will stop this pain that's in my head, and in my head, in my forehead, in my eye. The one eye is still, it opens better, but it still hurts right above it, the eyebrow. And sometimes on the side here it gets real bumpy, and it's when it's really painful. And that's when probably the nerve endings that are damaged are sending message that there's pain there, but there's not really. There shouldn't be pain there. There should be no pain, but there's pain every day, all the time. Even now, there's pain in my head. Jim was talking about possibly getting a trailer to trailer the bike down to Tazewell, Virginia. And I told him that he'll probably have to go on the rides himself, because I don't think I can put a helmet on, but maybe by July I can. I'm hoping I can. I'm hoping that this pain goes away. So if you haven't had the shot, I suggest you get the shot, because you don't want this everlasting pain. It's terrible. It's really bad. Well, I hear the clock bonging. It's time to say goodbye. So we'll say goodbye, and my hair is still wet, but it should dry up. It's still pretty wet. It's wet, very wet. Have a great day. We'll see you.